Hi everyone. So I just finished working in these shoes and I wanted to do a quick review while it's fresh in my mind. So these are the Bloch European Balance. I believe they're just a medium. I can't remember if I got strong or medium. But anyways, I just wanted to do a quick review because basically I almost didn't try these because everybody that I had talked to pretty much was like, hated this shoe, which I don't really understand why, because I think it's really pretty. So I'll just put them on really quick and then I'll give you a little overview. I would say the profile is very low for Bloch. You know, I mean, I guess there's probably lower. I think Axiom might be lower, and Suprema is probably lower. But the profile in here, it's like a good fit through here. I don't need a super low profile right here. I really need this part of the shoe to be fitted, and that's usually where I have trouble. I run into problems. It's semi-tapered. This is the Hannah for comparison. And the Hannah, I've been told, is a pretty square shoe, or maybe mildly tapered, but it doesn't look square to me. I've had way squarer shoes. I think the Serenades are crazy square. So this, I would say, is a semi-tapered. Axiom, Suprema, definitely more tapered than this. Jetstream might be comparable, but the Jetstream, I think, has a shorter vamp. This, to me, is a medium vamp. I also do have a size 9 foot, so obviously with each size, as they go up, the vamp gets longer. So that means, you know, I wear a 9, so my vamp's longer than like the size 7s or whatever, you know, street size 7. So it has an elastic drawstring normally, which I removed because I do have an issue with this heel, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. So I'm super sore. So I can't remember if it was the Heritage. There's another shoe that does this. But basically, as you can see, it's like destroying my Achilles because it's so high. I like a really low heel, so when it is on my foot, it doesn't cut into the Achilles. It hits at the bone, and this is just a little high for me. And so I try to pull it down and leave it down, but then I get this weird, like, I don't even know what to call that. But anyways, I get this weird bagginess, so I don't really love that. And it's not super noticeable. I mean, it's like when you're working through the shoe, it's not crazy noticeable or anything, but it's enough to annoy me. I mean, this is like, it's actually less on this foot, I think. I don't know. But where this satin is, where this elastic is in proportion to the heel, it's like for somebody with a crazy full heel. And I thought I had a pretty regular heel. It's a little bit of a disappearing heel, but it's not too crazy. And this is just like way too much. So that's my biggest hang up. If this shoe had the heel of the Hannah, I would probably wear this pretty regularly. But as you saw, it's quite painful. I think the profile is low. It looks pretty low to me. It's a very flattering shoe. Overall, I don't think that there's anything that's like abnormal, like really unusual about it. It's a pretty typical, it's probably similar to the Heritage, but slightly less tapered as far as the structure. It's very pretty on the foot, but yeah, I will take it off and I'll show you kind of a comparison here. My foot hurts. So what I do, and my feet are like really sad. What I do that when I find those shoes like slightly too wide, because this is the No X. So the No X is their narrowest width, and it's only available in like 3 shoes that I know of. If you know of more, let me know. And that is this European Balance, the Hannah, and then the Heritage. I've tried them all. In the Hannah, I wear a 7 No X. In the European Balance, the 7.5 is almost too small. And in the Heritage, the 7.5 is perfect. So that's one thing I have, a hang up I have with Bloch, is that it says when you go on their website, the site is like all the same, but it says each shoe is the same, it's the same size chart, but I find that it's not like that at all. Like there's drastic differences in the size chart depending on the model of shoe that you're ordering. my personal opinion. So if you find that your shoe's slightly too wide, sometimes we'll just rip out an old leather sole from a previous shoe, and this is enough to keep me from slipping down in the shoe, which is kind of funny because I used to wear the gainer mended insoles, but I found when I would wear them, they would like bunch up right here, and I would have to be constantly like pulling up the insole in the shoe when I was working, so it drove me crazy. I still really like them, I'm sure, for some things, like you could glue it in and maybe it won't do that, but this is super. I put Mod Podge on them, I stick them in there, and then I leave them. And when they dry, it's like perfect, they don't go anywhere, and it makes them like stiff enough to where they're not gonna do this crazy stuff in the shoe. So, just a little hack there. But anyways, back to the European Balance. It has a double shank. I've cut out the back, as you can see. There's like a red board and then a thick shank here. It is, as I said, I think it's a pretty low profile shoe. Personally, I have a very, very low profile foot through here. It's like the toes are kind of normal. Let me see if I can turn my foot sideways. But through here is it's like I'll get gapping if I'm not careful. So for me to find something that hugs my shoe or my foot rather, without the elastic is saying something. So yeah, the platform compared to the Hannah, it's slightly more tapered, just a hair. The profile is very comparable. Yeah, that's crazy. Because that's the only reason why I ordered them, because I was like, they have almost the same specs as the Hannah, so I might as well try them. The Vamp, oh, it might be maybe a hair longer. It might just be an illusion because these are super broken in. Yeah, I think they're pretty much the same. So the Hannah's the one that has the glue all over it. But yeah, so to me, a lot of, like I think I mentioned, a lot of people say that they think that the European Balance or the Hannah is a pretty low vamp, but I actually feel like it's pretty medium. Like I've had lower with the Jetstream, it's super low. And so yeah, it depends, I guess, on your foot structure. I would say it's medium to low, it's somewhere in there. There's definitely higher vamps out there, but once you get into the bigger shoe sizes, the vamps are proportionate and it makes sense. So for me, because I wear a size 9, ginormous foot, the vamp, my toes end like right here, and it's really perfect. The vamp cuts right where it should. And I don't have particularly short toes or anything. So I think that I've definitely had shoes with too short of vamps, and then I do the weird knuckle thing, and I don't do that on these at all with these. And that was my biggest concern with these, because everybody said that they made them knuckle. It seems like every comment I saw, every review, there aren't many, which is why I'm doing this, said that they aren't attractive on most people's feet, and maybe they aren't, but they worked pretty good for me. So it's definitely a backup shoe. So they have a thicker shank. It's full shank, and I'm wondering if I hadn't cut out the shank, if I would have had less fabric here. Maybe that's part of it, but I always cut out the shank of my shoes. And then when it was slightly shorter, so I cut out all the fabric, and that's what I do if they're slightly shorter, because I want to make them work, you know. So I cut out all the fabric, and then it fit fine. As long as I don't put a bunch of padding or something. I wear like this, which is pretty much dead. And then as I said, lower profile. I'd say medium to low vamp. It's more of an oval. It's slightly rounder, which means it's slightly more tapered than the Hannah. This is the European, this is the Hannah. But it's still got that more oval shape than you see on a lot of other shoes. So yeah, if you are going to try the European Balance, I would say definitely try it on, or size up half a size. If you know, like in a Hannah you wear a 7 or a 5 or whatever, size up to that 0.5 at least. I think in Axiom I wear a 7, in Jetstream I wear a 7.5. You know, so it's not consistent as much as the website is lacking. It just has that one size chart. It's really not consistent. So I would say with these are something that maybe because there's so much extra shank, and I'm not sure about which paste they have. This is a paste, I know that for sure, but this feels really hard, and they're really loud. So, I mean, they're really, really loud. I need to darn them just to try and quiet them down a little bit. But anyways, I hope this helps. I just couldn't find any reviews anywhere on these other than really brief comparisons. So I wanted to really go in and just let you look at them and give you an idea. It's really they're quite pretty. So I'm gonna wear these, and I might order them again in the future if for some reason I can't get that 0X, the no X in my Hannah's. I still think I prefer these, but these definitely work my feet in a different way. These are, it's easier for me to go right over the box. These I have to work a little bit in to get them to that point. So they're probably good for foot strength and such. I hope this helps. I hope it's somewhat informative. I feel like I'm rambling because I'm hungry and tired, but yeah, they're worth a try if you have like a semi-tapered, low profile, my crazy treble feet. If you have something similar going on, they're definitely worth a try. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a safe and great holiday season. I know it's crazy. I do have other videos recorded that I'm editing. These are easier for me to upload because they're just quick and I don't have to do any editing, but I have other things coming. So I hope that you, stay safe and enjoy your holiday season and have a beautiful night. All right, bye.